Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to get into a brief lesson going into this article you see I have up regarding these fact-checking police units that are being proposed by the Democrats. And we understand that you have this Democrat Republican talk, and two separate wings which are part of the same bird. So you better believe if the Democrats are proposing it, the Republicans are regarding it, and ultimately it's something that they're both aware of and on board with. They're both on board with it, and we understand that this word, this truth, this gospel has been making a major impact on Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's empire. Okay, this man has been completely revealed, exposed via the scriptures, prophecy, through the understanding of the scriptures that are being brought forth by the servants, the prophets. So we understand when you see talking points like this, this is targeting the ministry, starting with the ancient, the prophets, man. You see, this is the way the devil works. He uses he's cunning. He does things cunningly. He's gonna always dress it up or put a shadow on it. He's never gonna come to you straight up. He's forward. He's crooked. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we've been given the understanding, through the Holy Spirit, to be aware, of this monster. And that comes in the form of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, beginning with the global elite, and how this man gets down, how he operates. You see, how he makes a prey out of the people through his, wicked legislation. And that's another thing, man. Draconian measures are coming to the scene. Things are going to get draconian, dragon-like, okay, where it's not going to be fair. And we understand that. You jakes out there outside of this court of the Lord, you don't. But we're warning you that it's going to get crazy out here. And this whole presidential election that you see happening before you, okay, this could be and the phone chimed in, this could be the catalyst. This could be a catalyst to all hell breaking loose, man. There's another article, Lord willing, I can touch on it. If not today, tomorrow, because it's camp today. But if not today, tomorrow, going into another article I found, going into if Trump wins, it's guaranteed that the lefties are gonna riot. And in my honest opinion, there's a better chance of all hell truly spilling over if Kamala Harris wins, because you got those right-wing, red belly, die-hard American Trump supporters that are strapped up, and then and they're gonna lose if Trump don't get it. It's a guarantee. Everybody in their mind can picture that, can foresee that. But the lefties, we'll see. But either way, it's the works of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and all hell is coming down the pipeline. But going back to the point, regarding this article here, we can foresee, what this man is planning to do. Salakia. And at the end of the day, we understand that persecution is a must, but so is salvation. You know, and at the end of the day, we need this persecution to come to our front door in efforts for prophecy to continue, you know, in efforts for the kingdom of heaven to blossom, man. So yeah, man, we're gonna stay on our watch and keep a close eye on Evil E. You know, his legislation that he's creeping in, you know, under the noses of you people, and we're gonna bring the information forth. And this is why he's mad, and this is one of the reasons why he's doing things like this. You see? But we're fully aware of it, and honestly, it's gonna bring in the famine of the word, which is part of biblical prophecy. But let's grab this real quick. The book of 1 Peter, chapter 5. And verse 8, and it reads, "Be sober, be vigilant." Okay? What's it mean to be sober? Be aware of what's going on, man. Because if you're drunk, spiritually or physically, you're unaware of what's truly going on. You see? You're operating under the figment of your imagination. Therefore, you can get caught unaware. This is why we got to stay on our watch, vigilant, meaning being circumspect. Okay? Being aware of what's going on in real time, measuring the times via prophecy, man, not falling asleep. See? Why? Because your adversary, the devil, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, okay? The devil going into slanderer, false accuser, okay? Deceiver, okay? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. As a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour, man. Okay? And you know they operate under the spirit of Satan, the adversary. So this is how they're moving, man. They're moving like devils, man. In efforts to what? Snare you, man. If you're not paying attention, you're going to get caught up in the snare of the fowler. Point blank, period. There ain't no way around it. He's going to catch you slipping. I also have this up in the Good News Bible. Let's get this real quick, right? 1 Peter 5 and 8 in the Good News, right? Check it out. Be alert. See that? Be alert. Be on the watch. Okay? This is our duty as watchmen, as servants of the Lord. Prophets, right? If you claim to be a prophet, if you claim that the Lord breathed into you and gave you the spirit to do this work, you know, you got to be putting out information regarding what's happening, warning the sheep, warning the flock. Okay, because we're entering into those deadly times, man. Okay, where people are gonna begin to become victims, man, to the prophecies that are gonna be unfolding, man. And I don't know about you, but hey, I don't want the blood, you know, of these reprobate, high-headed, stiff-necked jakes on my hand, man. So therefore, we're going to give them warning from him. From who? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You see? Let's get it again. 1 Peter 5 and 8, and it reads, "Be alert. Be on the watch. Your enemy, the devil, roams round like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour, man." Okay? And this is what they do. You see? And you, Jacob, being warned of this, man. And you better believe it's going to happen. You better believe it, man. Like the Lord told, like it tells us in, what's that, 1 Samuel, the 3rd chapter? Our words are not going to fall to the ground, man. As a matter of fact, let me go get that real quick. Let's go get that real quick. The book of 1 Samuel. I want to say that's the 3rd chapter. Going into Khan. This is what I want. As a matter of fact, let's start from verse 1 real quick. This is gonna hit the point too. Right, 1 Samuel 3 and 1. Right, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord Yahweh before Eli, right? And Eli was of the stock of Aaron, okay? And he was the high priest at this time, upon Samuel being called into his lot. He become a servant, the prophet. When you read this chapter, it goes into how the Lord called Samuel, and pretty much he came into the service, of the Lord in this chapter. But needless to say, right? Check this out. And the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord Yahweh before Eli. And the word of the Lord Yahweh was precious in those days. Why? There was no open vision. What does that mean? There were no prophets on the scene bringing forth prophecy, man. Saying before it came. Vision going into prophecy. You see? Oracles, man. The prophecies, man. There was no open vision. And this is what's going to happen this time. Okay, when Esau starts bringing forth these draconian laws, okay, he puts you niggas on a lockdown and shuts the grid down, okay, he puts out certain decrees where you can't openly express your religion, meaning what? We cannot go out on the highways and byways and preach the word. It will be outlawed. Okay, when that happens, there's gonna be no open vision. You see? You jig are gonna be walking around like blind men in the daytime. You see? Hey, and that's part of biblical prophecy, pursuant to the book of Amos, the 8th chapter. The famine of the word. This is a reality, man. You see? And we're only telling you the truth. Check it out. Let's go down. Showing you that our word through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is not going to fail. Check this out. 1 Samuel 3:19. And Samuel grew, and the Lord Yahweh was with him, right? Like he's with us. And we believe that wholeheartedly, that he's with us. From starting with our elders and apostles, man. The phone chimed in, man. Starting with our elders and apostles, man. Down to us like-minded men that have been given the spirit, the zeal. Okay? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Okay, to bring forth these mysteries, man, and the might, through the might of the Lord. Through the power of the Spirit of the Lord. Right? Check it out. And Samuel grew, and the Lord Yahweh was with him, and did let none of his words fall to the ground. You see? Let's get this in the GMB real quick. Let's see what that says in the GMB. Bear with me. First Samuel 3:19, and it reads, and Samuel grew, the Lord Yahweh was with him, and made everything that Samuel said come true. You see? Why? Because Samuel was a prophet. Just like as you have on the scene today. Prophets. You see? Whether you believe that or not, they're on the scene. And as prophecy continues to unfold real time, you people are going to come to the conclusion that prophets were among you, man. You're going to come to that conclusion. Let's get this article real quick. This is from People's Voice, the People's Voice, right? And it's dated November 4, 2024. It's fact check, right? Check it out. Title reads, Democrats propose police fact-checking units, man, to target, you see it? To target conspiracy teas. We got to be careful, right? Spreading what? Misinformation, right? And to the people, to the world, this gospel is what? Is the biggest conspiracy theory known to mankind. Okay, we're stating what? That the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true sons of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. We're stating what? That through our power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, we are going to be the next kings and priests on this planet, man. Alright, pursuing the Revelations, the 5th chapter. Alright, Daniel 7. The saints shall take the kingdom. Right? So on and so forth. Revelations, the 2nd chapter. Right? Hey, the world, hey, we're the hidden ones, man. The world doesn't believe that. They're looking at us like we're crazy, man. We look like madmen, Akiyam, on the highways and byways, if you don't know that already. Okay, to the world, we look like madmen, man. With Bibles in our hands, man. Bringing forth the understanding of the scripture. We look mad. Okay, and that's the picture that Esau's gonna paint. That's the picture he's gonna paint, man. You know, that we're unstable. You know? So on and so forth. Label us extremists. You know? But that's all part of the persecution. You know, but the point I'm making is what? This truth, man, is the biggest in the eyes of the people, the biggest form of misinformation. You know, because they have, you know, the Zionists and, you know, this Calvinism style understanding that pretty much has took grip on the planet. And now you got this new doctrine in the eyes of the people that has come forth that actually seems to be more accurate than what they're pushing forth, man. Because it's the truth. But it's looked at as misinformation. Okay? We're able to marry prophecy with what Esau's doing in real time, man. This is detrimental to him. This word must be stopped in his eyes. You see? And the only way he can stop this word is if he stops those who's speaking it. Okay? He has to stop those that speak it in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Look what they did in Acts 5 with Peter and the other apostles. They locked them up. And what did they tell them? Didn't we give you straight commandment not to preach in his name? Right? See? Because it was doing damage then. Okay? And there's nothing new under the sun. This truth is doing damage now. Okay? It's knocking down the strongholds of evil E. Therefore, he must take a desperate measure. He must take a desperate measure, and that's what he's going to do. That's why you Jakes better get it right while you can. Because this word's not going to be going on forever. Let's get a little bit of this article. I'm going to put it in the description box as well for you Akiyam and Akwab to read it in its totality. We're not going to read the whole entire thing, but bear with me for 1 second. It looks like there's something going on where I'm trying to park here. Bear with me. Alright, looks like we're good. But anyways, yeah, we're doing some crazy shit over here where I'm trying to park, but needless to say, let's get a little bit of this article. It reads, Democrats are calling for strong powers, okay? Stronger powers, excuse me, for fact checkers to combat, that's how you know we're in the spiritual battle. That's how you know we're at war. And this is the spirit of Esau. Alright, this nigga's a warmonger. You know? Everything's the war on something. Everything's combat. You know? Anyways, Democrats are calling for stronger powers for fact checkers to combat the spread of so-called misinformation. This initiative is backed by a controversial law enforcement group known as Lexipol, which aims to create police-run fact-checking units. You see that? So guess what? They're gonna be popping up at your crib if this goes through. These units will be tasked with censoring misinformation in real time. See that? And punishing those deemed responsible for spreading it, man. If you thought Snopes were bad, wait until you are being fact-checked by the police, man. Okay, so if you've ever received, what do you call it? A strike on your channel or any form of email regarding YouTube, and you better believe, hey, guess what? They're gonna show up at your house. They're gonna follow up with a visit, in efforts to come to the conclusion as to what you're doing. This is what they're going to be doing if they push this through. You see? So ultimately what? At the end of the day, this word is going to end up getting banished, man. See? Because this is what Esau wants. Because this word, again, is detrimental to him. You have to understand, this word has wounded him. It's the word that's wounded him. This word is a weapon. How do we know? Let's go here real quick. Let's go to the book of Hebrews real quick. The book of Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12, and it reads, For the word of power is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So it can discern what you're doing, when you're doing it, and why you're going to do it. Why? Because it's prophecy. No one is operating outside of the realms of prophecy. You see? We know what Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is talking about in his bedchambers, man. Like Elisha had the ability to do. Why? Because he was operating under the guidelines of prophecy. You see? Which everybody's a snare to. It's a snare. A prophecy is a snare to everybody. Because it's going to unfold. It's going to happen because it's the words of the Lord. You see? It's this word that's wounding him, Esau. And what is... Man, fellas, get another precept. Here's why he's so mad, kicking and screaming. In the form of these decrees he's putting forth. The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, and verse 14, it reads, The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, right? So a man can sustain being sick, catching an illness, having a headache, right? But guess what? But a wounded spirit, who can bear? No, man, a wounded spirit will drive you to throw yourself off of a 3-story building. You see? This is why Esau is hell-bent on removing this word, because he has been wounded in the spirit. He's been found out. He's been found, and ultimately he's going to be caught. Okay? Because we're in the time where he's being consumed by the spirit of the Lord's mouth. And he can't stand it. He just needs to stop. And this is why he's going to push forth these wicked decrees, man. Which is going to usher in the famine of the word, man. And this is why we're telling you, Jay, get it while you can. Because it's not always going to be at your disposal. Okay? You want to make sure your ways are straightened, man. You want to correct your ways, man. Because time is ticking. Let's go ahead. We'll close out right here. The book of Amos, chapter 8. In verse 11, and it reads, Behold, the days come. Prophecy, see that? Behold, the days come. See? This is being said now. It's going to come. By the Lord power, Yahweh, that I will Salakia, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. But don't get it twisted. We got to qualify this. A famine is also coming. A famine of food and bread. Okay? And to prove that, let me get this real quick. Salakia, I got you. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Okay? And this is talking about food, water, resource, etc. You don't believe me? Let's keep reading. And the other that escaped the hunger, see that? You niggas' ribs are going to be touching soon enough. This is why we're telling you to get right and serve the Lord while you can. Serve the Lord while you can. Because there's gonna come a time where you can't, and you're gonna be giving up to your own devices. See? And the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy, which a sword is a deletion instrument, which comes in its perfection in the form of those ICBM missiles, man, which are in preparation. Okay? You don't believe me? Babylon the Great just tested their missile a couple days ago. All right? China tested theirs. They have the furthest, their missile, they called a meeting after China shot their missile. Okay? Because it can enter the range of that missile that they shot recently, that they tested. It can reach deep into the regions of Babylon. They were like, oh hell nah. All right, but hey, that's what's on the scene. Joel, let the weak say I'm strong. We here. Going back to the point, right? And we'll close out. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh, and shall not find it. You're gonna be all online if the grid's not down yet. You're gonna be combing the World Wide Web looking for brothers' lessons, looking for brothers' channels. Not gonna be able to find them. Okay, you're gonna take it to the street and go to locations you remember seeing Drake at preaching. Jake is not gonna be there. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is gonna close our mouths, man. You see? And you, Jake, are going to be left to be consumed by the rage of the Lord, man. Because it's coming. It's coming whether you see it or not. It's right at the door. It's right at the door, man. And I'm not being facetious because of this picture. Okay? But it's right at the door. Repent, Jake, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf will edify. Shalom.